Happy Patriot Day, 9/11/2022. Liberty and Sanity, 69. Nice. I use some bootlegos I got a long time ago on eBay. They're interesting because they're white and they don't have the typical, bootleg bottom piece. Bootleg, there's all kinds of bootlegos. And they were sold without torches or tablets. I thought they were interesting. And this is a very interesting piece. It looks like it would glow in the dark. It does not. But it looks like a bootleg Fisher-Price Little People. I'm not sure what it is. I suspect it came with a train set. But there is absolutely no markings. If you have a clue to the provenance of this item, let me know. But it is 9/11, sort of a day of mourning. And, we're going to read another book. We just read a book on National Read a Book Day. Okay? Then the Queen died, and then suddenly it's 9/11. We're going to read another book. There was a child here. The child is still here. She doesn't want to read the book or have the book read to her. Can you imagine that? How unpatriotic. Okay. We're just going to read this right quick. I just noticed there's a mark on it. Okay, whatever. Okay. It should be exciting. Because, I've got a couple books to check them out. The Statue of Liberty stands on an island in New York Harbor. She is a beautiful sight to all who pass by her. Each year, millions of visitors ride the ferry out to the island. They climb to the top of the statue and enjoy the lovely view. See? Told you. A young French sculptor named Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi visited America in 1871. When he saw Bedloe's Island in New York Harbor, he knew it was just the right place for the statue he wanted to build. Bartholdi had created many other statues and monuments, but this one was to be very special. It was to be a present from the people of France to the people of America as a remembrance of the old friendship between the two countries. Very cool. Left-handed liberty. That was his project he was doing on the Suez Canal. These are very accurate to the Egyptian liberty. At least that one. Okay. Liberty takes shape. When Bartholdi got back to Paris, he made sketches and some small models. The statues would be a woman whom he would call Liberty. She would be a symbol of the freedom in the New World. She would hold a lamp in her raised hand and welcome people who came to America. She would be Liberty enlightening the world. Okay? He was always designed to be a lighthouse. He was inspired primarily by the legend of the Colossus of Rhodes. That's why one of Liberty's nicknames is the New Colossus. Okay, the statue would be very large and very strong. Bartholdi wanted people to be able to climb up inside the statue and look over the harbor from the crown and the torch. Many well-known artists, engineers, and craftsmen gave him ideas about how to build the statue. First, a huge skeleton was constructed from strong steel. Okay? Torch access was permanently closed down, I think, in 1916, and crown access was closed for many years because of 9/11. Many people worked together in a large workshop. Some worked on Liberty's head and crown. Others worked on her right hand, which would hold the torch. Okay, that's why it disappoints me so much when someone makes a toy figure, a figurine, even a pin, even a drawing, where they put the torch in the left hand. Everybody knows Liberty is right-handed. In her left hand, she would hold a tablet with the date July 4th, 1776 written on it. This is when the Declaration of Independence was signed. These are some cool illustrations based on two very iconic photos. The arm holding the torch was sent to Philadelphia for America's 100th birthday celebration in 1876. Afterwards, it stood in Madison Square Garden in New York City for a number of years. Liberty's head was shown at the World's Fair in Paris during this time. Visitors were able to climb inside and look around. In this way, money was raised to pay for the statue. Very cool. Then, skin of gleaming copper was put on the skeleton and held in place with iron straps. As the huge statue grew, all of Paris watched with great fascination. Indeed, fully assembled, in Paris before being disassembled and shipped to America. It's probably about to say that. Oh, that's a great image. And you can see originally raw copper colored before the verdigris, before the patina, before the weathering took place. Finally, in 1884, Liberty was completed. There was a big celebration in Paris. Many famous people came to see her. Only a few had the energy to climb all the way to the crown, 168 steps. Then began the hard work of taking Liberty apart for the long voyage across the Atlantic Ocean. Each piece was marked and packed into a crate. There were 214 crates in all. They were carried by train and then put on a ship to America. But in America, people had lost interest in the Statue of Liberty. Money had run out and work on Bedloe's Island had stopped. The base for the statue was not finished. With the help of a large New York newspaper, the money was raised. People all over the country, including children, sent in whatever they could. By the time the ship reached New York in 1885, it was greeted with new excitement. So that was the agreement all along. The Parisians would build the statue. The Americans had to build the base. And the Americans were tardy to the party, but it all got done. The work on the island went on, and soon the pedestal was completed. Piece by piece, the skeleton was raised. Then the copper skin was riveted into place. Liberty was put back together like a giant puzzle. The statue had been built not once, but twice. Very cool. And the pedestal is primarily concrete, which was a controversial choice at the time. But apparently Pulitzer and his gang, his philanthropic gang, could not afford that much marble. What does it say? At last, in 1886, Liberty was standing where she belonged. A wonderful celebration was held. Boats and ships filled the harbor. Speeches were read. Songs were sung. Bartholdi himself surveyed Liberty's face, and she stood gleaming in all her glory for everyone to see. There was a great cheer from the crowd. Then President Grover Cleveland gave a speech. Here's some great illustrations. Who illustrated this? I don't know. Over the years, immigrants have arrived to begin new lives in America. To them, the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of all their hopes and dreams. She has welcomed millions of people arriving in New York by ship. Oh, look at that illustration. Beautiful. This might have to be the thumbnail. Somewhere, something around here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Every year on the 4th of July, the United States of America celebrates its independence. Fireworks light up the sky above New York Harbor. The Statue of Liberty is a truly unforgettable sight, a symbol of all that is America. Additional information. 1834, Bartholdi's birth. There's the first mention in this book about Le Bouillier. First visit to America. His first motto is completed. Forearm and torch completed in New York and Philly. The committee is formed to sponsor construction of the pedestal. The head is exhibited in Paris. Franco-American Union raises money. The groundbreaking takes place on Bedloe's Island. Statue is completed in Paris. Statue is dismantled. Pedestal is completed, and the statue is dedicated October 28th. That is Miss Lady Liberty's birthday. We on this channel, #Liberty Insanity, will celebrate that. Statue is placed under jurisdiction of the War Department. The poem, 1903, The New Colossus, is placed on the pedestal. Bartholdi dies. The floodlights are installed. That's when it was decommissioned as a lighthouse, and that's also when they said you could no longer go up the torch. Statue is declared a national monument, 1924. Lighting is modernized. Okay, so I think that's when it was decommissioned as a lighthouse. Statue is now declared under jurisdiction of the NPS. 1933, 50th anniversary rededication. They completely took millions of dollars to restore the whole statue and replace the torch. Bedloe's Island is renamed Liberty Island. That was 1956. 50th rededication in 1936. Here was the big one. Work began 1983 to get it done by the 100th anniversary. $30 million was raised to replace the torch and update everything. Here's your dimensions. We read these a lot. The figure itself is 151 feet. The pedestal is 89 feet. The base is 65 5 feet. In total, we're looking at 305 feet ground to torch. 305 feet. Liberty's mouth is 3 feet wide. Her eye is 2 feet and 6 inches across. Her forefinger, which you normally see up on the torch, is 8 feet long. I guess that's right. That makes sense. Important people who helped with the construction. Notes on the repairs in 86. Items of major restoration work. Okay. Torch was removed and rebuilt. Internal structures. Viewing platform installed. The skin was cleaned and restored. The viewing platform in the crown was rebuilt. All glass elevator installed. Okay. And there's the Emma Lazarus poem. We read that on this channel every Mother's Day. Thanks for having a look. 9/11/2022. Hope you enjoyed my little reading rendition. I hope you thumbs it up. Have a great, peaceful day. Goodbye.